Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Always delighted to be joined by Ebanie Bridges. First and foremost, Ebanie, how are things? How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good, I suppose. I'm in isolation. I got a, bung shoulder. It's fight week. Should have been fight week. So, with all these things, besides these things, look, I'm still breathing, so I'm still positive. But yeah, it's kind of I've had better weeks and better days.
I'm sure you have. I know you've been feeling a little bit under the weather as well, because we've been trying to do this every days now. So it just seems you can't catch a break. You just can't catch a break.
Yeah. Well, I've been sick for like about 4 days now, like in this quarantine, but it's because there's no fresh air. I don't have any open windows. You can't open a window in here. Like, it's just like I'm stuck in a room, and it's like it's probably about 40 square meters. Like, it's tiny. I can't really exercise. Like, I can't, like, the food, like, I have to eat what they give me. And, coming straight off like a hardcore fight camp, like, I was like 2 weeks out of the fight camp, obviously I'm eating really clean, exercising a shitload, to like just now stuck in a room for 14 days with no fresh air. My body's going into a little bit of shock, I think. So I've just been really nauseous and headaches and stuff. But I'm almost there. I'm counting down. I think I've got another 3 or another 4 days, and then I'm free.
Free at last. I just want to go back to Philadelphia, the injury. Now, how did that happen? 2 weeks out from the fight?
Yeah, before a fight. Yeah, I was sprinting.
No punching involved.
Yeah, well, not initially. Like, initially, it was just sprinting, and I stacked it fully. Like, you might have seen a tweet on my Instagram. Arse over tit, banana, smashed my shoulder, smashed my chest, everything, and it was pretty sore. And then that's like an original. I think it hurt, and then I just went training and pushed it, and it was like not happening. So yeah, just everything training, I suppose. Yeah, but it was kind of, I think it was initial from that sprint because it was sore, and then punching didn't help.
But I think the camp was going smoothly up until that point. You were obviously.
The camp was mate. The camp was more than smooth. It was like perfect. Like, I was so confident. I was feeling so strong. Like, my sparring went to Philly. I went to Philadelphia for, like, obviously just a better training and sparring, and being able to just focus on the fight and fight camp. And I went there, and like my sparring, like, I was just folding the girls and sparring. I'm like, fuck, okay, man, like I was feeling so strong and good, and everything was my accuracy and stuff, it was just all really, really, really good. I was feeling fit. My weight was good. It was just everything was coming together. So it was crazy. It was just crazy that it happened. Like, because usually, like, there's, when you're in training camp, a lot of things kind of happen along the way, or I don't know, you might have some doubt or whatever. But no, I was so confident. Like, after 2 weeks in Philly, I was like, fuck yeah, like, I'm gonna get this. Like, I'm gonna be a world champion, and I couldn't see the fight lasting, and I thought, I'm gonna shock the world, and they're all gonna see what it's about. And I was so confident, you know what I mean? And yeah, anyways, and then that happened, and obviously I was crushed, and I go into little waves. I'm a pretty positive person. I always look at positives and try and find the positives of everything, and I never dwell or cry over spilt milk. Like, it's just not my thing. But yeah, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't going through kind of waves, like, fuck, like, when you think about it, because you visualized it for so long, so now I've had to try and visualize a different path, and just realize that it's just a detour, You know, sometimes you get to a road and it's you got something going on. You got to go a different path. So same shit, really. So
the thing is, as well, is I saw on your Instagram or your Twitter, I can't remember, that the British Airways had cancelled your flight anyway. So you kind of see that positive side of saying things happen for a reason. So
yeah, well, that's it. British Airways cancelled my flight as well, like 2 days before my flight. I completely even forgot about that. Like, so I had to actually, when I left Australia to go to my camp, they wouldn't let me leave Australia unless I had a ticket out of America, which I didn't even think of, because I only had one way to America, because Matchroom were going to pay obviously for my flight from America to London. But they hadn't done that yet, because it was like 5 weeks or something before the flight. So when I was in Australia at the airport, they're like, we can't check your bags unless you have a ticket to show us that you're actually planning to leave America. And I was like, fuck. So then I had to book my own flight from the UK, America to the UK. And I completely even forgot about that I booked that flight, because I just came home, And then I got the email. I was like, fuck, I didn't even cancel that flight. Like, that would have just been like $1,200 down the drain. But yeah, it got cancelled. And I was like, wow, like I would have been there in Philly, like, a day before I had to fly, and being told that my flight was cancelled anyways, So, and then there's a few other things. Yeah, like there's a few other things like that I've been told as well. Like that you need to get like a MRI scan for your head and an eye test or something to fight in the UK.
the medicals, yeah.
Yeah, those medicals. We don't do those medicals in Australia. I don't have those medicals. I wasn't told that I had to do those medicals. So, I mean, I could have come there and maybe I would have been told last minute, but I had no idea that I had to do all those kind of things, So, yeah, I could have come to the UK and they'd be like, oh, where's your MRI, or where's this? I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
The thing is, the eye test is quite easy. You just go and see an optician.
Yeah, of course.
That would have been easy for you. But now you know. So now,
yeah,
2021 comes around and you fight the winner of Paul and Guanini. I hope I said that right.
We should just call it Elena. I think it's easier.
Elena. Well, you never know. Now you know all these things. You can probably get them.
Yeah.
The UK next year.
There's a ton of positives for me. There's a ton of positives. I'm missing out on a few things, like if I want to think about what I'm missing out on, obviously it can get me down, like the whole historic thing and the women's boxing and I keep seeing all the promotions, and like now they're like platforming across all these platforms. I'm like, fucking hell. But I just look at it as in, I really I'm praying and I'm hoping, and when I'm visualizing with that belt around my waist, I see crowds and I see my fans and I see, I see me celebrating, not being in lockdown with no crowd. So I do hope and I do pray that visualizing and what I see is a premonition of the future, and can only hope that that's what it's going to be, So
have you spoke to Eddie or anyone along the lines about getting the winner of George Lena and Rachel Ball?
Yeah, I had to talk to Eddie the other week, pretty much like after it was all set, and he said, yeah, like you got your shot, and he goes, yeah, you can fight the winner in February or March. So whether he's a man of his word, whether he just said that, I don't know, but he did say, you can look at fighting the winner in February or March. So I've got that in my sights, and I do hope that he's a man of his word, because I know that the fans, I know that people want that, like people want to see me, like I think a lot of people are really looking forward to that fight card because they finally see what I'm about. That's the thing with me, is it's people are intrigued because I don't have stuff up. They haven't seen me fight yet. They've seen Katie fight, they've seen Terry fight, so they've seen Ball fight. So it was like, look, we want to see what this blonde bomber's about. So I think that was going to draw in a lot of eyes as well.
And you've got a lot of fans in the UK now. You've sort of built up a little fan base in the UK as well. So
yeah, I do. Yeah, exactly. I've got a good fan and really good loyal fans. I love them, and I know that if I had a fight with fans, they would be there as well. But there's going to be there would have been a lot of people tuning in. So, I mean, I would think it would be in Eddie's best interest to get me over there, for that reason. I think he would have seen the momentum that the Ball, Bridges Ball fight actually was getting when it first got announced, the momentum and the excitement that got, and then the disappointment obviously not happening. So, yeah, I mean, I would expect It'd be straight on to writing me a contract as soon as we find out who the winner is, who I think it will be Ball anyways. But I might be pushing for it.
Yeah, that was my next question anyway. I was going to say, who do you think wins then, Ball or Georgina?
Yeah, I think Ball still wins. Georgina's come in really last minute, like what, 11 days or something. I'm not sure how much she's been training. I don't think she's really been training. From what I hear, she has a bit of weight to lose. So yeah, I mean, Ball's the one that's been preparing for it. She's been preparing for a tough fight. Don't get me wrong, Georgina, she's tough. She's Argentinian. She throws a lot of punches. She's very aggressive. She goes forward. Typical kind of South American, and got that heart. So I don't expect it to be an easy fight. I don't think she's going to come in there and it's going to be an easy fight for Ball. She's a champion. But we all know that I know what I feel like when I'm not training compared to when I am training. There's a big difference. You know what I mean? Like you can still be, of course you got experience and you got that champ, but there's conditioning is big. I'm sure that you're more prone to getting knocked down or not taking body shots. Like if you're not conditioned, you know what I mean? It's the conditioning that gets you through fights and that toughness. If you're conditioned, you can fight through all that. But if you're not, then can you fight through it? Can you take those punches as well? So there's a lot of questions there. And like I said, Ball's been preparing for a tough fight, for a strong opponent and for an aggressive opponent as well, because she knows that I'm also aggressive and, so I don't think it's going to be much of a difference for Ball, and it would be smart for her, I suppose, to take it to the later rounds. So,
you mentioned
and I want Ball to win. I want to fight Ball, and Ball deserves to win because she's done a whole freaking camp, and she's training hard and that, nothing against Georgina, but you come in 11 days and all you got to do is a weight cut. It's cringe if she wins. I'm just like,
you may have to go Argentina.
Yeah, right. But honestly, I'd be happy to fight. I'm happy to fight any of them. That belt's going to be mine no matter who I fight. There's no one stopping me. There's no one getting in the way. It's this. I just can't see it. So I don't care who it is, but I do hope it's Ball.
Yeah. Well, there's two other women's fights on the bell. I mean, it was a huge women's card with Katie Taylor and Terry Harper.
Yeah.
3 world title fights as well. I mean, just what's your thoughts on Katie Taylor and Terry Harper? Do you think they get through them fights quite easy enough?
I think Katie Taylor. I think Katie Taylor's fight's going to be pretty easy for her. I think she's, her opponent. I don't think she has the skill level for Katie, but she's going to be tough for sure. But I think it's going to be pretty lopsided. I don't think it's going to be a close fight. And then as for Terry Harper and Thanders, that's going to be a close fight. I see that as being a very close fight. I don't see Terry winning that easily, to be honest. I think it's going to be a tougher fight than a lot of people are expecting. Thanders, she's really tough. She's skilled. She's experienced. She's got, great inside game as well. She's tough. She's tough. So I think that, I see that. I really do see that going really close. I see Terry edging it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw.
Another one.
To be honest.
Another
but
one.
It's going to be a good fight. I think that's going to be really. I'm a big fan of Thanders and Terry, but I think it's. I'm actually excited for that fight.
Definitely. I will get your thoughts on Eddie Hearn's comments as well on women's pay. I think you commented on it as well that the women need to generate the revenue in terms of bums on seats, in terms of viewership and stuff like that. You kind of agreed with them, didn't you?
Yeah. I do. I've always said it. I mean, it's a fucking hard conversation because what I say, I don't want. It's not like I'm going against the girls, and I don't want the girls to hate on me and but whatever. But looking at it taking myself out of it, as in me not being a girl, and looking at it is in a business sense, which boxing is business, and that's why I conduct myself the way I do, why I work on my following, and why I build on this stuff, is because in the end, it's bums and seats. How can you expect to get paid the same as like a male, who brings in, I don't know how much revenue, you know, like, I don't know I don't even know how much they get, you know, they bring in, but say $200,000 or something, right? If you're only bringing in, you know, 20,000 or like, and I get that, and it sucks, like, because I'm a girl and I do want to get paid more, I do, and we put ourselves at risk and we train just as hard and all that stuff. But on a business sense, I understand. So I'm just non-biased in the fact that I just understand, I get it, you know. Of course I want to get paid more. I still think we are grossly underpaid. I still think we should be getting a lot more, but I don't think that whole equality, like, it's like you can't, you're looking at, say we're comparing it, the top five welterweight, you know, the top 5 welterweight champs for the moment, right? The top 5, yeah. Say how much money they bring, they get paid a couple of million for their fights, but look how many people tune in to watch them. The top 5 female fighters, we're not getting that many people looking in. We need to get people tuning in. That's what we need. That's why I made that post, and that's why I reposted. Guys, tune in. The more people that tune in, the more people that come in, that, you know, Sky Sports or Eddie Hearn or whoever the fuck runs the money and runs the show, they're going to say, okay, look how many eyes are on this. Look how many people are tuning in. Okay, look how much money, you know, we could be making from this because we're getting the views now. Okay, so, and we keep generating that, then the pay will come up. And I don't think it has fuck all to do with 3-minute rounds. Like, whoever says that, oh, you get paid 3 minutes, you know, if we do 3-minute rounds, then we should get paid the same as a man. That's not going to change a fucking thing. We do 3-minute rounds, we're literally just going to be doing more work for the same amount of money, because in the end, we're still not getting the bums on the seat. But we're not. Of course, it's a lot better than it was. Heaps more people tuning in, and it's because they're kind of being, you know, forced to. Eddie's throwing us in their faces, you know, so of course people are going to, okay, I'm just going to watch it. And then they might see a good fight, like the Jonas Harper fight, and go, fuck yeah, okay, maybe I'll tune into the next one. But, you know, or like, for example, for me, that's why I'm the way I am. And I don't, you know, people go off, you know, whinge about it, and, you know, that you're thinking I'm losing my looks, and I'm just losing fucking everything I got. Because in the end, I want to be able to get as many people interested in a blonde bomber as possible, because the more people interested from all walks of life. I don't give you a fuck if you're a creep. I don't care if you're a boxing fan. I don't care if you're, you know, a little girl. As long as you're interested in watching me, that's what matters, because that's what's going to put bums on seats. It's going to bring more eyes to women's boxing. And if I can bring more eyes onto me, that's women's boxing. That makes them want to watch the next female fight. Maybe they're going to be like, oh, maybe they'll be like Ebanie, you know, like, who knows? And then we can start talking more money, you know, like, I don't know, like, I understand, and I'm fucking probably going to cop it from this, you know, and I do see where some of the girls are coming from. I get that, especially the girls that have been around for a long time, because they've been doing it hard for so long. Like, you know, they've been boxing for 10, 20 years or whatever, and they haven't been getting on shows. They haven't been getting on anything, you know, but now we are starting to see more of it. And it's like, well, what about the pay now, you know? But yeah, I understand the business side of it, and it makes fucking sense. Like, you know, it's like if you had a sales guy and like commission, you're not going to give him fucking a shitload of commission if he's not selling. Like, you're not going to give him the same commission as a guy that's selling, I don't know, whatever you sell, tiles, and he's selling, like, you know, or houses, and he's selling all this, and then you're going to go give the guy that isn't selling shit the same amount. Like, you don't do that. It's just business, and I get it. It fucking sucks. It does suck, but it's, what can you do? What we can do is promote ourselves, yeah. And, you know, people like Eddie Hearn, who does a great job at promoting women's boxing. Other promoters should get on board. And I got Lou DiBella, I got Golden Boys jumping on board, still fucking top ranks, like, still behind, like, you know, all these American promoters to jump on board as well, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I take my hat off to it. Like, I don't know.
You said it perfectly there, everybody. I couldn't have said it better.
I can keep going on about it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get people going to bitch and slam me for it, but I don't care. You know what? I understand, and that's why I'm building it, and that's why I get followers and more people that tune in. And once I have my fight, I'm going to get more fans, and I fucking know it. I know it, and that's why I was spewing about this fight, because I could have this fight now, then within a week I'm gonna double, because people are gonna see how I fight, and they're gonna want to see more of me. You know, they're gonna be fans. So now it's just putting off more fans, putting off more money. You know, so but it's okay. It's okay.
Let's jump into it then. The plan. What's your hopes on that? What's your hopes and plans for 2021 then? Is it to obviously the winner Rachel Ball on George Elena, fight in the UK, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, man, get some fucking fights out. Like, I've had a shit run. I tell you what, fuck. I had my pro debut February 2019, and I snapped my ankle, and then I was out for 8 months, right? Then after 8 months of, you know, finally having my pro debut and then getting all through that healing, I had like 3 fights back to back, and then COVID, another 8, 9 months, 10 months. And now I've like finally got this fight in camp, and then fuck my shoulder. So I just hope that next year I just be able to get a consistent fights, you know, and nothing fucks me up. God's on my side, and he believes that it is 2021 is the year of the blonde bomber, and I can get that fight against the winner at the beginning of the year and then defend it. I'll be happy to defend it straight away, you know, and just keep doing that. And I like to actually, you know, obviously talk to Eddie about it, but he's talking about coming to Australia, and if I can defend it a couple of times in the UK, then maybe bring it back to Australia, you know, and do a defense in Australia. Like, that'd be cool, you know. Or maybe if Eddie wants to come to Australia with Matchroom, that would be a really, really good fight to put on as well. So, yeah.
I'm going to try and get on that one. I'm going to try and cover that show if it goes to Australia. I'm going to try and jump on the plane. And
Oh, yeah, you're going to come out here. Get an excuse to come out to Down Under.
I've never been to Australia. That's the one place I've never been. So I would love to come.
Yeah, for sure.
I know you're isolating. You've been isolating for what?
Freeze.
Just over a week now. Can you see me now?
Hold on, you're freezing. I think it's my day 10. Because they did another COVID test on me today. So we get COVID test on day 2 and day 10.
COVID tested on the 2nd and 10th day, and that's you on the 10th day.
Yeah, 10th day, because I got COVID tested today. So that's how I'm counting, kind of. But yeah.
Yeah, so how long?
So I actually...
Is it a 2-week isolation, is it?
It's 14 days.
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, man, you know how bad it was? Like, so I've just got off like a 27-hour flight, right? And I get to Sydney airport, and there's like 100 people in airport max. And it takes us 2.5 hours to get through Sydney airport. All the fucking checks and shit, and like tests and questions and whatever, right? And like usually it takes maybe half an hour to 45 minutes to get through Sydney airport on a good day when it's just normal, like normal traffic, which is a fuckload of people because it's, you know. Anyway, then we get escorted or directed to a bus that we don't even know where we're going by military. We have to wear our masks. We get military people. They're directing us to this bus. We get told to get on that bus, and like, well, where the fuck are we going? Don't know where we're going. Then we drive for half an hour. Then we get to the city and we park outside a hotel. Okay, so this is our hotel. So we're at the Hilton. Then we had to wait 3.5 hours in the bus out the front of the Hilton hotel to go inside. There was I was all right, but there was a girl on the bus that had to go to the bathroom. They wouldn't let her go to the bathroom because they couldn't get off the bus because in case they were contaminated. And like, I'm like, man, we have like 3 new cases a year in the whole country. I mean, a year. 3 new cases a day in the whole country at the moment. Like, they're treating us like it's crazy. Like, it's just insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
You know, and after, because like obviously we're in a big, like, I mean, a long flight. So from when I landed to actually getting to the hotel, it was like a 7-hour thing. No food, drink, nothing. And now I've been in this hotel. Mind you, the food is really nice here in the hotel. Like, it's tasty and it's nice, but I'm just not used to it. So it's making me a bit sick. I've heard that this is a lot better than other places. My friends who were in quarantine were saying that they'll get like cup of noodles and shit. So I'm not complaining. I'm not used to the food. So
you've got 4 days left, Ebanie, and then you're free. So
4 days. And so obviously, because here the fight will be on at around 5 a.m. The fights will start at 5 a.m. here on Sunday morning. And I check out here at 10. So I'll get up and watch the fights and then fuck off and then get out. Sorry.
It's all right.
Watch my language.
As IFL TV, you can swear all you want. You can swear all you want.
know.
on IFL TV. It's all good.
Going full bogan. Who am I?
No,
by
Ebony,
the time
I won't keep you much longer, man. I know you haven't been feeling the great the last couple of days, so I won't keep you much longer. But I've got to say thank you so much for doing this IFL interview, and I hope you do feel better and you get some freedom soon. You get some fresh air soon.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, thanks so much.
Anytime.
And we'll catch up soon. Maybe have a chat after the fight.
Definitely. That sounds good to me. Speak to you
Okay,
soon.
see you, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.